everyone, and welcome back to Karamu. I am literally just recording this again. I literally just stopped the recording. I was so excited, so I'm gonna try and get the other endings. There is a walkthrough, so okay. I will look at the walkthrough. I will ignore ending A, because I think I got ending B. What ending did I get, guys? I don't know what I got. Oh, thank you for taking the time to try out this game. I'm Chattercap. I'm a solo dev that does most of the things, including character/background art, animations, UI/logo design, audio engineering, coding, and script writing. Check out my links. Whoa! Yes, I will check out your links. Holy shit! You've been busy. There's a website? I'm at their website. Oh, there's a new game coming out. Holy shit, guys. Oh, that's so cool. I am definitely a fan of this person's work. Holy shit. Okay. I will try and play more of the games in the future. Oh, I'm so excited. Okay. Let's just... I don't know what ending I got. I think I got ending B. What ending are you? I'm hiding with a knife. And does it tell me? It doesn't tell me. Okay, so I don't know what ending C and D is, but let's just start. And hold on, let me go to settings. And auto save every 2 minutes. What is this so cool? Continue skip skip red. Oh yeah, skip red. Bubble. Okay, this is like I like how you can change this font as well. That's so cool. Is that, oh, there's a dyslexic font. That's so cool. That's so cool. Okay. That's really good for people who have dyslexia and can't read. I don't have dyslexia. Wait, actually, let me try it. I don't have dyslexia, but I am a bit. No, I'm not good at reading. This is so much better. She needed to hurry. The sun is already slow. Holy. Okay. It's okay. There are only 3 left. Holy shit. I don't have dyslexia, guys. I don't think so. Let's just be cruel.
That's
right.
That's none of your business, is it? Right. Sorry. He sheepishly rubbed the back of his neck.
I was out for a walk myself.
Okay, yeah.
Drank too many energy drinks to power through the night.
I don't give a shit.
I'm trying to burn off some of the caffeine.
Yeah. I'm fine.
I'm fine. I don't need you to escort me.
Raku frowned.
I'm sorry, but I can't abandon you here knowing your bike's broken. I don't care if you hate me. Just let me walk with you.
Raku extended a hand.
Want me to carry the bag for you?
No.
Let's just say nothing. She held the bag close. Okay, we're walking again. Fuck you. Let's just keep going. Let's just stay silent. We already did this option, so let's just keep yapping. Yes, that's my legs. My legs are kinda bad. I read that.
I don't owe you an explanation.
I'm just gonna keep being cool to him.
I want to break up. You should respect that.
Let's just stay silent. Let's just stay silent again. Let's just keep staying silent. Yeah, let's be cruel.
You never want to love anyone but me. What sappy dramas have you been watching? You're acting like a child. Wake up.
Oh.
This isn't some fantasy. People break up. It happens all the time.
Okay, I didn't know cruel would be that cruel, but I mean, that's kind of my bad.
So that's it? It's over? Just like that?
Yep. Yeah, his voice was resolute.
It's over.
It's over. It's over. It's over.
Every time you repeat it, oh, yep.
Even though I've loved you for years.
What?
Even though I loved you this much.
What I don't get is how you living her for years, bro. I thought we did it for a year. She exhaled and turned her gaze to the front. Raku was waiting in front of her. He stood off the side of the road, reclining against a tree trunk with his arms crossed, staring at her with the specter of a smirk teasing his lips. Nilai ground to a halt. Her eyes darted. Oh shit! Actually, look, I was running. He wasn't following, but he was in front of me. Her eyes darted to the forest on either side and then back the way she had come.
Nelly, wait. Let's talk.
That's not real. Nilai took her bag off and pelted at Raku. It hammered him in the chest, knocking him slightly off balance. As he held it, he looked at her curiously, giving her the opportunity to dash into the woods to the right. What was in my bag? It was a lot more difficult to traverse than the dense forest, with its maze of trees and bushes, but Nilai doubted that her speed mattered. He had managed to get in front of her after all. How had he managed that? He was more athletic than his appearance would suggest, but she squeezed. He's like not human, is he? She squeezed her eyes shut to dispel the unnecessary thought and reached forward to a part of the foliage so that she could pass. She winced as the brambles caught on her exposed skin. She couldn't keep running like this. She had checked that Raku was nowhere to be seen before maneuvering to a large fallen tree trunk, covered in a blanket of moss and shelf mushrooms. She laid down next to it, flattening her stomach against the damp ground and making sure that nearby ferns obscured her form. She pulled her hood over her head and she waited. Could he hear her? Could he smell her? Every once in a while, she heard a soft whistle, but also a cry and translucent that she figured it had been the wind. She checked her phone. 2 hours had passed. She decided to wait a little longer. By this time, her leggings were completely drenched, and she was shivering uncontrollably. It had been hours since she had last heard a sound. Surely he was gone by now. She peeked over the top of the tree trunk. There was no anyone in sight. You could only see an endless green vegetation peppering among the sea of trees, glimmering from the rays of sunlight peering through the treetops. She got up, letting her hood down and shaking the raindrops from her jacket. It took her hours to get back to town. It was probably an idea to get back to her apartment right now anyway. Oh wait. She needed something to defend herself. Pepper spray? Beer spray? Vinegar? She had heard that peppermint was effective, but would it even work against him? Her flashlight was in her bag and that she just used as a improvised projectile. She fished her phone from her pocket. She would need a light to make it back in the dark, and she couldn't risk draining the battery before night fell. As Neela turned off her phone, she didn't pay attention to where she was putting her hands. She looked at her right hand. She had leaned against a nearby tree trunk to steady herself as she navigated a tangle of roots underfoot. However, when she tried to lift her hand up, it didn't detach. Her fingers were hurt by oh god, this is like a spider? It hit to the bark by some kind of sticky substance. She put her phone in her pocket and tried to pry her right hand free with her left. But didn't listen. She placed her foot against the tree and attempted to use it as leverage to force herself free. Her foot slipped on the damp, slimy bark, and her legs fell out from underneath her. She landed hard on her elbows, avoiding slamming her chin against the ground.
What?
Her feet were bound together by some sticky, gold-tinged transparent threads. Oh god. Oh no! She flipped over on her back and reached over, tugging at her bound, but to no avail. They clung to her boots and fingers like glue, refusing to detach. As she looked around, she saw that those yellow fibers were everywhere, blanketed over the ground, strung between the tree tops and strewn over the bushes. The threads were thin and delicate, only visible when the sunlight glinted off the droplets that clung onto them.
And there you are. I was waiting long enough for you to come out.
What the fuck? As Raku approached, the gossamer filaments shook slightly, sending a trickle of raindrops falling onto the forest floor. He praised her with an inscrutable expression. He sighed.
You're soaked. You'll catch a cold.
Oh.
Let's go home.
I'm not going anywhere with you.
I'm not, bro. He thrummed on the golden threads, strumming it like the string of a guitar.
At first I thought that Ji-hoon was the problem. All I had to do was get rid of him. And then you'd come back to me.
No.
But then I realized that I was wrong.
Okay.
He wasn't the problem. There are always going to be Ji-hoons in the world. Other distractions.
I don't think,
How can I stop you from looking at them? How can I make you only look at me?
no.
The answer was surprisingly simple. I need to make a world where there aren't any distractions.
I think you've been playing too many MMO fucking mod. You know what I'm saying, bro? I think you've been playing too many of those games. You know, MMORPG. Fuck off. He leaned close, his voice eerily serene.
A world for just the two of us.
I don't think so. If I make a world where you only have me, then surely you want me, right? No! Wait, I went back to, okay, I think that was the same message as the other one. What ending did I get? I don't know what ending I got. Okay, let's look at the ending A. Oh, this is the ending I got. Wait, which ending did I get? What? Stop. Okay, it's being kind. I think. Okay, let me look at this one. Be kind. So, blah blah blah. None of your business. Fuck you.
That's none of your business, is it?
Goodbye.
You're heading home, right?
Shut the fuck up. Shut the
Me
fuck
too.
up. I'm
I'm
fine. Shut the
I'm
fuck up. Shut the
fine.
fuck up. Shut the
I
fuck up.
don't.
It's nothing. Fuck off. Fuck you. Let's just talk about our faces.
Been spending most of my time in lab. The results are disappointing so far.
Mm-hmm. Raku was in a completely different department. He had no way of knowing if she was lying.
Disappointing how?
Eli wanted to curse. Normally she would have invited questions about academics since school was half of her personality, but this really wasn't the time for it.
Too much variation in the results to make any conclusions.
Ooh.
Maybe it's my technique, or the experimental design.
Ooh. So like psychology? He thumbed his chin.
Well, you're brilliant and you work harder than anyone, so I know you'll work it out.
Lovely. Eli tried to smile, but her mouth just tightened. She appreciated Raku's optimism, but the issues at hand weren't easy to solve.
Hey,
You're
hurt.
Yeah, I am hurt. That's correct. That is correct. That is correct. I am hurt. I am hurt. We're graduating soon.
We're graduating soon. I'll go to veterinary school. You'll probably get a job on the other side of the country.
Uh-huh.
Long-distance relationships rarely work. How many years are we going to text and video chat? It's unrealistic.
Uh-huh.
You don't know that it won't work. I can find something where I can work remotely. If not, then we can still at least try. If you're willing, then I'm willing.
Uh-huh.
Any relationship takes effort. A long-distance one just takes a little more effort, that's all.
I see.
We were talking about moving in together a month ago. I don't understand how your feelings change so quickly.
I feel it's the same one, so I'm just gonna skip. It's not that.
It's not that.
Then why?
What was I saying not that to? What was I saying not that to? Oh, the memorial. Okay, I see. Why are we still in his face? Let's just be kind.
I understand how you feel, but you'll find someone else. There are plenty of people way better for you than me.
Mm-hmm.
You just haven't met them yet.
Yeah.
You didn't do anything wrong. I'm not ready for this kind of relationship right now.
Okay, this is so much kinder. I would have said this.
So that's it? It's over? Just like that?
Yeah. Eli's voice was resolute.
It's over.
I don't.
I don't.
And I don't. Oh my god. I got the same ending. Okay, no, okay, let's look at the help. Let's look at you. Going for background is alright, Heavy. Okay. Okay, we have to be kind. 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 We're going to be kind forever. Kindness forever. Eli took her hands together. Her ex-boyfriend wasn't the most emotive person. When he was amused, he expressed it through soft trickles, not laughter. And more than one occasion, she only noticed that he was angry because he came home and pulled out a first-person shooter to play. I mean, that's so real that Overwatch is like, I mean... He only cried in front of her on one occasion. Eli was laying on his chest, playing with his earrings, and Raku told her about his family, about the abuse and the inhuman expectations. Could she tell? Oh my god. She could tell that he was deliberately holding back the darker details, but his expression told her enough. She nuzzled against his neck, kissed his cheek, and whispered, "You don't have to be who they want. You don't have to be who they want you to be. I'll love you no matter who you are." He heard that the tears started to flow. They gushed down his cheeks, offensive and unrestrained, and he pulled her in a close and repeated thank you over and over. Her ex-boyfriend now strongly reminded Eli of that evening. Raku's reaction squeezed her heart painfully, but couldn't worry about him right now. She had bigger problems at hand. He straightened. He stood in front of her again. There was something different about his expression, something cold and more resolute, as if he had made some sort of decision during a remote period of introspection.
I heard about you and Ji-hoon.
Yeah.
We're in the same department, in a lot of the same classes. It would be stranger if we didn't spend any time together. I've been helping him with his thesis, too.
People have been talking, saying that you took advantage. At first, I was devastated. I thought, of course she chose him over me. He's tall, handsome, rich, athletic.
Wait, give me a minute. Let me. What did I miss? Oh yeah, okay, that was just a rumor.
But then, I thought about it some more. After all, Ji-hoon isn't perfect. We both listen to Sana. We both know how many of his faults that she forgave. His ego, his infidelity.
His infidelity?
His temper.
Oh.
You're smart. Why would you choose him? And there was something else. I thought, the Nelly that I love isn't cruel. She's kind. She wouldn't break up with someone over text just so she could chase another guy. I wondered, why would she do that then? Why would she break up with me so cruelly? Cut me off without another word.
I feel like I should not have broken up with her over text.
Maybe it was because she was planning something. Something where she didn't want anyone else to get involved. Something bad.
Oh.
Sana's death was always a little strange, wasn't it?
Oh dear.
She was the most outdoorsy out of all of us. She went hiking and camping all the time. She visited these woods constantly.
Uh-huh.
She was always prepared. She never went anywhere without her hiking boots. So why was she found wearing a pair of wedge heels?
I'm not sure, bro.
And she fell off a cliff trying to take a selfie? That Sana? The Sana that only uploaded pictures of food and blurry photos of your cat?
Raku's eyes glimmered.
Do you remember when Sana fractured her ankle? She couldn't walk properly for weeks. She said that she accidentally fell down the stairs when she and Ji-hoon were fighting. I wondered if that happened often. Sana accidentally tumbling down the stairs during fights with her boyfriend.
Oh.
Maybe on the night of her disappearance, she accidentally fell again. But this time, it wasn't down the stairs. It was over the railing.
Oh.
You've seen the stairs in the Kang family mansion. If you dropped head first over the railing onto that pristine marble floor, you'd never wake up again.
What's he saying?
Ji-hoon's standing over the body. He's the Kang family prince. He can't be involved in something like this. His life would be ruined. So he takes her body to a cliff near the house and drops her off it. She didn't die at his mansion. She died while hiking by herself. Too easy.
Mm-hmm.
After that, all he had to do was ask a few of his friends to cover for him. They're too eager to lie to suck up to the Kang heir. But there was one snag in his plans.
Oh dear.
Sana's best friend, who couldn't stop crying for over a month after she was found, who was too familiar with the kind of guy Ji-hoon really was, who knew where Sana was the night she disappeared, because they were roommates who texted each other about everything.
Mm-hmm.
The best friend was suspicious. She wanted to know the truth, so she broke up with her poor boyfriend and got close to Ji-hoon instead.
I did that.
It wouldn't have been difficult to get an invite to his house. Maybe Ji-hoon even offered. Why don't you come pick up Sana's belongings? She left some things at my place. And then something unexpected happened. A plot twist, if you will.
Raku leaned a little closer, sweeping his eyes over Nelli.
You know, something has been bothering me for a while now. Something smells. At first I thought it was your knee, but that's not quite right, is it?
No.
The stench is too strong for that.
He breathed in heavily and exhaled with a contented sigh.
What is that odor? A little sweet, slightly metallic.
What?
It smells delicious.
His glass-like eyes glittered under his stringy, blue-tinged bangs, boring holes into the sports bar lying in Nelli's lap.
What's in the bag, Nelly?
I don't know. I don't. He knows. Okay, I'm gonna save here because this is where it splits off. What was that? Okay, run. Eli didn't think. She lunged forward, bashing Raccoon in the stomach with her shoulder. He didn't fall, he only stumbled, but still gave Nelli the chance to break away from him. She sprinted away from the bus stop. She turned away from the road, escaping into the forest. Nelli tore her way through the foliage. Moving her around the trees, the yellow bag bounced against her side with every step, bringing her down like a ball and chain. She peered over her shoulder. She couldn't see him. Had she lost him? Her legs fell out from under her, sending her crashing into the ground. The fall knocked her breath out of her, but luckily her tumble was cushioned by a thick layer of vegetation. Nelli looked back. She thought that her foot had caught a protruding tree root, but that wasn't the case. Instead, her boot was entangled in a mess of we're back here again. But a mess of sticky, gold-tinged threads. She started to pull at them until when she noticed something at the corner of her eye. It had rolled out. It stared at her from a few feet away. While it rolled out, the bag was closed. She made sure it was closed. Why?
Nelly.
Raku walked around Nelli. He put his sneaker on. Ji-hoon's oh. Oh. He put his sneaker on Ji-hoon's decapitated head and started rolling it around almost playfully.
You've been busy, haven't you? You must have had quite the late night.
I decapitated him! He leaned over and picked up the handle of the Hulk sword, which had been jettisoned out of the bag during Nelly's fall. He dangled it between his fingers before giving it a few experimental swings.
It would have taken a long time using this old thing. You're probably exhausted.
He tossed the hacksaw back in the bag and retrieved the knife. He ran his index finger along the edge, scrutinizing the reddish residue tip rubbed off onto his fingertip.
I wonder, was this your plan all along? Or was it an accident?
Yeah, what? What was it? It was on purpose.
He deserved it.
Yes, he did.
Ji-hoon killed Sana. He murdered her and dumped her in the woods like a piece of garbage. He made up lies about her and bribed his friends to cover up for him. What gives him the right? Because he's rich? Because his family is powerful? That means he can get away with whatever he wants? He made Sana's life hell up until the moment he stole it from her.
Can't lie, that was kind of deserved, but don't matter.
Even if I get caught, I don't regret anything. I treated him like the trash he was. Like how he treated Sana.
I have to admit, this is a side of you that I haven't seen before.
Sorry? He snickered.
I kind of like it.
Uh-huh. The pale young man sighed before stooping closer to Nelly.
You know what you need to do now, right, Nelly?
No. Oh, Nelly. Sorry, I keep pronouncing her name wrong.
And what's that? What do I need to do?
Raku flipped the knife around, extending the handle to Nelly. When she didn't take it, he forced it between her hands and folded her hands around hers.
What you've been doing all along, of course. You need to get rid of the evidence.
What's the evidence? Wait, what? When Nelly didn't move, Raku squeezed her hands, forcing her to inch the knife closer to his throat. Stop! Nelly struggled, but Raku's grip was too strong.
What are you doing? Stop!
Come on, you can do it. You're a cold-blooded killer, aren't you? One more shouldn't be a big deal.
Yo, I didn't mean it! Nelly tried to kick him away, but Raku pressed his legs onto her feet, preventing her from kneeling him in the stomach.
I'll do anything for you, Nelly. Everything I have is yours, including my life.
I don't think so, buddy. The tip of the knife dug into the collar of his turtleneck, piercing the fabric.
Stop it!
Nelly jerked her arms backward and onto the side, throwing Raku off balance. He released his hands and braced them on the other side of Nelly to avoid toppling onto her. The knife dropped into the grass next to them. For a few moments, Raku hovered above Nelly. Nelly. Breathing heavily, she hesitated before daring to look at his face. He was grinning from ear to ear. He leaned over and picked up the knife before standing back up. He turned around and dropped the knife back into the bag.
I knew it. You tried your best, but you're not a bad person, Nelly. You're not a criminal. You're not made to do things like this. Even if you cut him up and throw him all over the place, they'll find the pieces. They know when he disappeared. They know you're the one who was getting close to him. They know you're the one who saw him last.
Oh. Raku put a hand on her head, ruffling her hair affectionately.
It's okay, Nelly. Don't worry. I can help you do bad things.
I don't want.
After all, I'm a bad person. I was made to do things like this.
Okay.
Or rather, person might be the wrong way to put it.
As Nelly stared up at Raku's ominous smile, her pupils contracted. She tried to scoot backward, but the rebs caught her legs, preventing her from retreating. Raku had lied. You know me? You know me better than anyone else. Nelly didn't know him, not in the slightest. Before her eyes, her ex-boyfriend's body began to morph. A thick black carapace formed over his skin, and 4 massive legs sprouted from his back, landing on the ground and lifting his body into the air. Okay, she's a spider. His face twisted and warped, and as a pair of fangs germinated from his mouth and another set of eyes formed. Within a minute, she could no longer describe what she was looking at. It was almost like some grotesque amalgamation of a human and a spider. Oh! Oh, that's not. Oh, that's a big spider. All right, okay. The creature picked up Juan's head, but turning around in his hand a few times before vomiting over it. As the digestive fluid softened the meal for consumption, the arachnid began chewing it, gnawing at the flesh and cartilage before moving on to the bone. The creature's mandibles made short work of the red sinew and the ivory shards. It only took a minute for Juhun's health-matted face disappear between the spider's massive jaws, vanishing down its gullet.
Done.
It's not even him anymore, creature. Eli's shoulders jumped. She hadn't expected the human voice to emerge from the distinctly non-human face. It sounded like Raku, though his voice was low and guttural.
Now, all you have to do is show me where you tossed the other parts. As for the saw and the knife, well, I don't want to eat those, but I'm sure we can find a good place to get rid of them.
Okay, pause. What's the point of your legs? Like, if you can just sprout up fucking spider legs everywhere, but like, you only have 4 legs. Where's the rest? Where's the rest? I thought you would have more. I have a spider. He's a spider. No, wait. He has half the amount of legs that you're supposed to. Oh, maybe his actual legs and arms count as legs? But he's not using them. They're just floating. The creature picked some of the strands from hair from around its fangs and swallowed those too.
In truth, I don't like doing things like this. I want to be different. I don't want to be who they want me to be.
Okay, pause. This must be so uncomfortable because you have like a whole body just like dangling from you. Like imagine walking around on your stomach. There's a whole ass body like floating. Like what is that?
But I can't reject it either.
I mean, first.
Because I need to get rid of any obstacles standing in the way of your happiness. It doesn't matter who or what.
Okay.
I'll destroy them.
That's great.
I don't want you to experience the vulgar things in life, Nellie. I don't want you to feel any more pain or sorrow or heartache. I'll do anything to make that happen.
Uh-huh. The creature repositioned itself closer to Nellie, stopping its massive black legs into the ground too close to her for comfort. It swung its head in front of her face. 4 eyes blinked at her in unison. Ribbons of skin and her muscle hung from the monster's fangs. Clean your teeth! When the spider's mouth opened, Nellie froze. She imagined those jaws clamping down on her head, tearing her skull from her body in one sickening crunch.
Oh, oops. Kissing me like this wouldn't be very comfortable, would it?
No! It wouldn't. It wouldn't. It would not. It would not. Nellie blinked, and in the next moment, Raku had transformed back into a human. He chewed a couple of times and wiped the blood off his chin with his sleeve. His eyes glittered as he brought his face closer. However, when he was a couple of inches away, he paused.
Can I kiss you?
No, I'm not sure! Sure. Nellie swallowed and grit her teeth. She slowly nodded her head up and down. Her ex-boyfriend beamed. As he leaned in, she screwed her eyes shut. When he pressed his lips against her mouth tightened. Undeterred, he probed his tongue between her lips insistently. When she parted them, he drew her closer, eager to explore every cranny of her mouth with his tongue. A copper scent wafted through Nellie's nostrils. Let me say it right. Nostrils. Raku tastes like metal and acid. An uncomfortable, crazy feeling burrowed into her stomach, infecting her intestines. When Raku finally released her, Nellie reached up and wiped her mouth off. Her ex-boyfriend didn't seem bothered though. His smile was bigger than ever, lighting up his anemic face like a glowing sunrise.
Now you're willing to discuss the breakup again, aren't you? Because now you need me.
That's a bit awkward though, isn't it? Like I'm just like, okay. I'm glad that you agreed to get back together. We're going to be very happy. I'm not sure there, buddy. You know, I'm not that sure. And thank you for taking the time. Did you get all the endings? And for them, if you need help. Okay. Don't worry, you little mushroom. Don't worry. I'm gonna get the last ending that I need. I did save it, right? Let's stop him. He knows everything. I just stop him before he tells anyone. Her mind was blank. She didn't think. She just unzipped her bag and put her hand inside. Raku was still staring at her face, her eyes completely unblinking. Nellie flicked her head to the side. Raku followed her gaze, momentarily distracted. And I stopped him. She took the opportunity to rip out the knife from the bag. She tackled him from below, shoving her shoulder into his chest as she buried the weapon in his gut. A choked gurgle emerged from Raku's throat. He tried to grab the knife, but Nellie was faster. She extracted the blade and struck him with her elbow, pinning him against the back of the bus stop. Stop him. Oh god. The weapon easily sank into his abdomen. His diaphragm fluttered against her hand as it struggled to fight the blade. Stab him. As she thrust the knife into his side, it hit something. A rib? She twisted the blade, angling it downward until it slid into his flesh completely. Stab him. She plunged the knife in one more time near his heart. She pulled the weapon out and took a few steps back. Raku grunted, clutching his blood-seeming abdomen with one hand as he pushed up the back of the bus stop with another. He only made a few steps before he collapsed, lying face up on the concrete. His chest quivered in agony and his breath stuttered through his lips. Nellie clenched his knife's hilt in her fingers. She had to get rid of him. It was already too late. She would have to finish him and make sure he was never found. When she stared at his prune body, her vision became blurrier and blurrier. Raku tried to sit up, but he managed to lift his head. He looked at his torso with curiosity, probing his wounds with his fingers and examining the blood with interest. He rotated his head, inspecting the puddle forming underneath him on a dark crack of cement. His face was contorted in pain, but it looked almost impressed at the quantity of blood that was coming out of him. He looked up at her, teeth clenched and her eyes filled with confusion.
Why? I wasn't going to tell anyone. I love you.
Uh-huh.
I just wanted to help.
Sorry, mate. The acidic taste of bile tugged at the back of Nellie's throat. She turned around, she squeezed her eyes shut and swallowed hard until the urge to vomit receded. She couldn't. Raku gazed at her back. His words were choked and hoarse, accompanied by coughs.
It's okay, Nellie. I'll forgive you.
Can't forgive me, you're about to die, mate. The dam broke. She couldn't stop the tears from flowing. She couldn't look at him anymore. She grabbed a knife, her bag, and broke it into a run down the road. The raindrops pelted her face painfully, but she didn't stop to put her head up. Every time her energy started to wane and her pace slowed, the image of Raku's mutilated form flashed under her eyelids, and she ran faster. By the time she made it back to town, it had stopped raining and the sun was high in the sky, ready to make the trip down. She walked for 20 minutes before she stopped, but before she thought to look at herself. Luckily, the rain had washed all the blood away. She was just a girl wearing a blue raincoat, carrying a yellow sports bag, wheeling a broken bike. As she approached her apartment building, the town was dyed in sunset hues. The sky was beginning to dim. She left her bike in the rack and entered the building. Her life was probably over, but she deserved it. She wasn't wasting any time trying to resist. All she wanted to do was go home, lie on the floor, and not have to think anymore. She fumbled the keys out of her pocket. The keychain slipped through her fingers. Her hands were trembling, making the mundane task a little difficult, but eventually she managed to insert her key into the door. She turned it. The lock opened with a familiar click. However, before she could open the door, her hand reached around her, landing on the handle. Oh, how is he okay? Oh! A pale hand with long fingers painted in streaks of brown and red. The hand tightened, fingers tightening. The handle squeaked as it turned around.
I wasn't done talking, Nellie.
How are you okay? The door opened and Nellie was shoved into a darkened apartment.
Let's continue the conversation, shall we?
You can't be walking out in the open with a bloodstained chest, bro. How can you do this to me? It's adorable, but do I need to teach you a lesson? No, you don't, bro. It's just self-defense, isn't it? Don't. Okay, I did do it. Oh, thank you, little mushroom. Thank you for your service. The fuck? That was Karamu. Oh, I wasn't expecting us. I didn't expect us to be like a murderer, you know. Like that was crazy. That was great. Oh, like last episode I did like the fucking CGs and new CGs, especially that one. I don't know, the fucking him with a spider form. Holy shit! I was not expecting it to be that creepy. I mean, it was supposed to be creepy because, like a spider. That was so fucking cool. I don't know. That was so cool. Sorry, my voice. That was Karamu and every single ending. Yes, that was all the endings. I hope to play more games by this creator because holy shit, that was crazy. I loved it. There is a prequel to this game, so you can play it. I mean, I'm gonna play it. That was Karamu, guys. What? Oh, so goodbye to everyone. Fuck. So goodbye to me, everyone. Goodbye.